Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the New York Arena in Midtown Manhattan. Our main event should be a good one tonight. Scheduled for 12 rounds of heavyweight action. We are looking forward to this fight, especially after seeing what happened at the weigh-in yesterday. A stare down that nearly resulted in a bout breaking out right there. Now they get to do it for real. Ferocious is entrance here. What a ring walk. Just brimming with confidence, ready for the task at hand. Morrison's showing you that intensity that so many of the very best will display during a ring walk. Totally focused.
In the blue corner, King of Manchester, Ferocious. His adversary, with a record of 48 victories, including 42 knockouts and 3 losses, from Gravette, Tommy the Duke Morrison.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up and let's go.
This is a 12-rounder. Here's round number 1. Teddy, what do you look for early on when you're analyzing a fight of 2 power punchers facing off against each other that gives you a clue as to which way this is going?
Who's doing the little things a little bit better? Who's using the jab? Who's controlling range? Hey, who's thinking better?
Keep moving. Come on, kid, focus.
Trying to go downstairs, but off target. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself.
Let's see some more head movement.
Oh, a nice 2-punch combo by Tommy Morrison. Halfway through round number 1. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. He's sending more than one at him now, the combo to the head. He gets hit, but he gives it right back.
Watch your punches.
And now the ref saying, no, sir. Warning for the low blow. 3 minutes gone by in this round. Ferocious is back in his corner now, probably reflecting on what was a very solid round. Now, he didn't overwhelm his guy with a quantity of punches, but he was so effective with what he did put forth.
Yeah, you're right. You know, a lot of times people think that the muscles that count the most in any sport, and especially in this sport, such a difficult sport, is, you know, the biceps, the physical things that you see, you know, the chest, the back. You know, this guy's got the strong muscle up top, you know, over his shoulders, in between his shoulders, his brain. And that's why he's picking the spot so well. That muscle is serving him to win this fight right now.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Both fighters told us that they want to have a similar approach early on here. They want to show a lot of varied attacks.
Well, that gives them a better opportunity to be effective throughout the night.
Good defensive skill with the block by Ferocious. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Morrison's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. Nice jabs there by Ferocious. Ferocious is able to land a nice clean left hand. Good job on the two-punch combo by Ferocious. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. That's a good left hand by Ferocious. He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by Tommy Morrison.
Fight. You need to take some chances now. You have to take a chance with this guy, all right?
And round number 3 is underway. I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Lands flush with the combination upstairs. Blocks that belt line well. Halfway through this round here. Comes right back with a shot of his own. Solid counter punch by Ferocious.
Guard up.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark.
Keep working the jab. Good, good.
Well-targeted double jab by Ferocious. Good exchange. He fires back. Took a shot. Now he gives a left.
Come on.
Well, he's trying to keep up a heck of a work rate here. Ferocious is punching himself out at this point.
Yeah, and that's not the worst part of it. The worst part of it is going to be if his opponent notices.
Nice work, kid. Good job in that round. Okay. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Well, if anything has been learned from the first 3 rounds is that sometimes just being the busier fighter will do well for you. And that's the case right now for him as he's up 2-1 on Teddy's scorecard.
Yeah, not always landing a lot. You put it very well, Joe. Not always landing a lot. But keeping his opponent defensive and keeping him from doing what he wants to do.
Morrison's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand.
Finish with the hook.
Ferocious is not just loading up. He's landing combination punches like he did right there.
That's it. That's it.
That's a well-scored left hand by Ferocious. Halfway through this round. Double jab by Ferocious. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. To the head he goes with a left hand.
That's okay, let's go.
No, he missed that right.
Showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counter-punching.
Well, the old timers used to say when you're calm in there, when you're in control in there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
What are you waiting? You want this fight? Then let's get moving out there.
Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Double jab right to the face.
There you go.
Does a nice job of backing him into the corner there. Ferocious is coming through now beautifully. That's the combination punching he wants to put
There's no need
forth.
to be on the inside.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. How about a return to sender with the left hand? And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head.
Hook off the jab. That's what I want to see.
Unload! Unload!
He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Morrison's trying to survive this. He is taking a beating right now. That one good shot came in and rocked him.
And that's the problem with his defense right now. You know, he's trying to block those shots. You can't block 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots at a time. They get through.
Final 10 seconds of this 5th round. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Start of a new round. Morrison's making it look like the start of a fresh fighter. Remember, he was stunned in that last round, but Teddy, he looks fully recovered now.
Well, it tells me 2 things. One, he has good genetics. He recovers fast, you know, physically. But it also tells me he had a good camp. He came here in great shape, and he's getting the benefit of that right now.
Keep working the jab.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. That was a miss by Ferocious. Morrison's making a mockery of this right now. I mean, the guy's not even moving. He's just standing there.
Hey, look, you see people quit. You see people give up in different aspects of life. He may be doing that right now.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Jump on him. Nice.
Halfway through round 6. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Left and right, left and right. Hey, keep your hands up.
Ferocious is so dangerous with that accuracy. A two-punch combination landing. Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th. And round 6 comes to an end.
Come on.
Ferocious is in control of this fight, Teddy. Sometimes you can just look at it and see it as clear as day. He's ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard too. But right now, he can't afford to coast because this guy is still dangerous. He has to still stay on his P's and Q's.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand.
Nice work, nice work.
Morrison's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch.
Keep working the body. Keep doing what you're doing.
Parries that punch intended for the head. Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Ferocious. Ferocious is employing one of the 3 facets of good fundamental defense. And right now he's using the legs.
Yeah, he is, and that is one of the facets. The other is to block, the other is to move your head. And right now he's controlling range. What his opponent has to do now is look to get into a place where maybe he can time him. Time him as he steps out.
Come on, keep focused.
Morrison's doing well here with that two-punch combination. And the bell rings, signifying the end of the round.
Stay away from him. Keep doing that.
Teddy's scorecard has him trailing by a significant margin here as we start round number 8. Is there any hope that he can get back into this fight? He doesn't look like a guy that can.
There's always hope, Joe. I mean, that's what this business is about. It's about finding ways, about overcoming. Right now, he needs to ask himself the question, am I in or am I out?
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Sound defense. Good block that time by Tommy Morrison.
Looking good. Punch, punch.
Little double jab to the head. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head.
Stay away from the inside. Back to the body.
90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8.
Beat him to the punch.
I like the way he went up top that time with the hook. Morrison's locked in on that target with the hook. Why so easy, Teddy? Why is he making this look so easy with that
Well,
punch?
first of all, his opponent's standing right there in front of him, and his opponent's not really an inside fighter, so he's having a ball right now.
Ferocious is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one.
Jab, jab.
Last 10 seconds of the 8th round. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Ferocious is looking really good after that round. Teddy, I think it's a good fight. I think it's a close fight, but I believe it's a fight that he's winning.
Yeah, it's the kind of fight, though, that you can't afford to let up at all, or do what you just said. Think that you're winning. He can't really think that way. He's got to think that he's got to take one round at a time. The rest of the rounds, he's got to win each one of them.
nowhere close, that punch by Ferocious. Protecting his head well with his guard.
Stay away from those.
Halfway through the 9th round. Ferocious is showing us that defense is also very much part of his game.
Yeah, it is. Not only to avoid punches, but actually to even set up offense. You know, he'll make you miss, and then there's something coming back. He creates opportunities to hit you.
Stay on the outside.
Left and right, left and right. Need to keep that head moving. That's it. That's it.
He just missed that shot up top. Ferocious is showing you that sublime skill right now with that 2-punch combo. End of the round is upon us, and we have a fighter in front of us who just looks gassed. He looks tired. Now, Teddy, what can he do to overcome that when this fight starts back up?
Well, first of all, this is where you search into those corners that you're not forced to search. Kind of like when you were a kid and your mother told you to clean your room and go into those little nooks and crannies where you never knew there was dirt. Now you got to start looking into nooks and crannies inside yourself. Places you didn't know were there before. You better find them. You better find them quick.
Just like that. Just like that.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. There he goes with the right hand again. Unable to make an impact there by Tommy Morrison. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Took a shot, now he gives a left. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch.
Uppercut. You got this one.
Not able to connect with the uppercut. Morrison's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. Coming to the end of round number 10, 10 seconds to go. That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Ferocious.
Just keep it up. Just keep it up. That's it now, all right? It's nice work out there. Just keep fighting smart, keep busy, don't take...
Hard to believe we're in this position as we look at Teddy's scorecard to start round number 11. It was only a few rounds ago. It was a much bigger gap on your scorecard.
Yeah, well, he understood. He came to terms with himself. He knew what he had to do. Now it's up to his opponent. Does he come to terms with himself? Does he start doing what he was doing early in the fight?
What an excellent 2-punch combo by Tommy Morrison. He missed with that headshot. Gets rid of that body shot.
You need to keep that head moving. Focus.
Halfway through this 11th round. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. It's what the old-timers want to see, combination punching by Tommy Morrison. And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. That is exactly what the corner wanted to see, a good combination punch by Tommy Morrison. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Off target with that hook. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. And that's the end of round 11. Ferocious is probably trying to assess things right now as that round comes to an end. I think it's a close, good, solid fight that he's still very much in, but I do think he's on the downside of the scorecards.
Yeah, but the most important thing is he has to know that. See, that's the thing. Can a fighter be honest with himself? And that's where the corner comes in. Somebody has to whisper in his ear and say, hey, listen, you might think you're in this place, but the reality, you're not.
Teddy, when you've been in the corner in your career and you have a charge who is not making a lot of contact, what do you tell him?
The first thing I tell him, Joe, is shorten up your punches a little bit. The other thing I tell him is he's making you miss, so you know what? Feint him a little bit. Get a false move out of him. Get a premature move. And when he moves, then time him. Now you're going to catch him.
He scored well after being hit himself. Morrison's hit by a counter punch there. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Halfway through this 12th and final round.
Stay away from the inside.
That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. A minute to go in the fight. Fires right back at him.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Not able to land the headshot.
It's moving.
1-2 jabs up top. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Teddy, we know what the problem is. He's getting hit by left hands. Offer up the solution.
Well, Joe, there's three lines of defense. Either you're blocking punches, you're moving your head, or you're using his leg. The problem, he's not using any of those.
We said it early on, stylistically with this matchup, hardly a chance that we would go to the judges' scorecards, but Teddy, that's exactly what's about to happen.
Yeah, early on, you're right. It looked like it was going to be an explosion, but fizzled out a little bit. Here we are.
That's a well-earned victory by Tommy Morrison. And it's nice to see when not only all three judges have it for him, but your scorecard agrees.
Yeah, it is. That doesn't mean I'm going to hang out with these guys and go to dinner with them afterwards, but right now I'm going to say, job well done, guys.
Thanks for being with us, everybody. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great night.